Don't do that. Once you see something pan out, meditate on that. Let there be a period of time between where you've seen something pan out, you were successful, and then really record how that felt for you. Because in the future, you're going to have periods where you do something wrong. And it may be a week long of that, a series of doing things incorrectly. And if you don't journal the times that you've done it right, not just when you've done it wrong, but when you do it right, and you encourage yourself and you remind yourself that you followed the rules, the market panned out like you were hoping it would, and you anticipated that, you're conditioning your subconscious to hold on to that as a positive experience. But when you're journaling, you're not recording your negative results in a manner that is condemning. You don't use language or terms like, oh, I was stupid, or this stuff is never going to work for me. Never, ever, ever in your journal, ever record anything negative. You can still highlight the fact that you did something incorrect, but how you describe it, how you encapsulate that in your journal, your subconscious is going to remember that. Because if you write down that you were an idiot in that trade, I should have did this, I knew better, but I did this or that, you're actually creating scar tissue. And there's no elasticity in scar tissue. You can't grow without a whole lot of tearing and pain. So to remove that growth of scar tissue on your subconscious and the psyche that's required to do this as an industry, you have to make sure that you're conscious of what you're doing and you're guarding your mind. Social media is a very big factor in why people are not successful. See, you think social media is going to encourage you, and it might initially, but what you'll find is it's very toxic. And you don't want to bring that toxicity into your journal, because if you put it in your journal, what you're doing is you're making a ledger of every single time that you have an engagement with your expectations, your model, and price. And what price does ultimately is outside your control. But how you perceive what you are expecting and how you record that, that is paramount in how you will walk forward. By recording your negative experiences in a light that is devoid of any kind of judgment, no kind of condemnation, no kind of ridicule or criticism that is harsh. What you want to do is record in your journal if you've done something wrong. Say, I'm happy that I can see that this is where I can improve on. This is my area of study that I need to work on. Versus, I got stopped out here and I didn't listen to what the market was telling me, and I kept trading against it, and I went into serious drawdown, or I would have blew my account there. All that stuff that you're putting into your journal, they're memories, but they're happening in a level that's way deeper than just short-term memory. You're charging it with emotion and energy that you will tap into subconsciously. The effect happens when you're a child and you saw a scary movie. You think every time the lights go off, that event that what scared you in the movie, you think that's what's under your bed. It's in your closet. Okay? Your conditioning is called priming. So when you're journaling, you're priming yourself for future success. It's brainwashing yourself. It's really what it is. You are tricking your brain to only see the silver lining, which is critical. It's critical because it's easy to talk yourself out of this because it's highly technical. And nobody's going to cheerlead you. Nobody's going to coddle you. You have to be able to find your own cheerleader inside you to keep yourself going, because in the beginning stages of this stuff, it's very, very challenging because you don't know where you're going to go as a trader. And we're going to cover more about